Hey guys, I just watched this show on HBO. I think it was called Talking Funny. It was Ricky Gervais, Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, and Louis C.K. I like all of these guys. And they were just having a rap session. They were just sitting on sofas talking about their craft and making jokes and cutting up. But they said some really cool stuff that as I'm watching, I'm thinking, this pertains to DJs. So I thought I'd share it with you and give you kind of my spinner take on it. One of the things that they mentioned that I thought was pretty interesting was Louis C.K. does not repeat material. Like when he goes on tour, he usually does a year at a time, and he doesn't go out the second year with any material from the last year. It's all fresh all the time. DJs, kind of the same thing, especially club guys. You can't do the same sets every night. Now, I know a lot of you see my gig logs, and you think, boy, bro, you play a lot of the same songs every night at your gigs. I see your gig logs, and I hear repeats a lot from gig to gig. You do. And there are a couple things that I will say. Number one, yeah, I have a couple of mixes or sets that I like to repeat, but I do mix it up a lot. I never do the same exact show twice. It's in different orders. And the other thing to keep in mind is that I'm not playing for the same audience every night either. I'm playing for a different audience being a mobile guy. For the club guys, it's a lot more important to just keep it fresh, especially if you get repeat customers coming in all the time. It's a job. It's a real challenge to do, but to be a really great DJ, I feel like that's what you have to do. Another thing they talked about rather, were encores. Louis C.K., who I'm really paying attention to right now. I think he's brilliant as a comedian, and I've always seen parallels between comedians and DJs. It's a timing thing, and you're performing in front of an audience. And anyway, he was saying that when it comes to encores, he always closes with his like third favorite bit, and then for the encore, he'll do like two, three, and one, and really just blow him away, drive him home, send him home with the really good stuff. If you do encores, what you might want to do, and I do them occasionally, I don't do them a lot, but I do them occasionally. I used to do them all the time. If it's a really great crowd and I'm feeling it and I feel like there's more to do or more to say or more that can be done, then I'll do the encore. Sometimes it's just over. It's been over for a long time. We've just kind of stretched it out until the contract was over. But if it's like, okay, let's go again, I always try to keep something in mind that I know will work, but it doesn't really match anything else I've done that night. And it could be something simple like Raw Bass It Takes Two if I think they might dig an old school track. Something like that. I don't know. Look at your crowd, think about what they might really enjoy, and if it's really happening, maybe hold that track back and throw it on for the encore. Just something that's going to be from left field but really good. Then the third thing was when Ricky Gervais popped up and he said, why are people paying us to make them laugh? They're pretty funny. They can make each other laugh. They've got to get a babysitter, maybe take off work early, go to dinner, dress up, expensive tickets to go to these shows. Why are they doing this? And Louis C.K. popped up and said, well, they can play football too. And then Chris Rock said, right, but the NFL isn't worried about that. The NFL's not sitting around saying, boy, they could play this in their backyard and watch each other. Why would they tune in and watch the NFL? Or soccer or whatever your game is in your country? Because we're the pros. Just like DJs, we're the pros. And we should be the pros. I think a lot of times what happens is you get that inexperienced DJ out there who just buys the equipment and assumes that they can go out and be a pro. They're very amateurish. They're not really moving the crowd. They're not doing anything extraordinary. And the audience looks at them, or maybe their equipment that they're using, or maybe both. Not so much the equipment, but you should have pro gear. Sometimes people use consumer audio, iPods, Windows Media Player, or Winamp or something on their laptop screen. People see familiar things, hear familiar things that they say, hey, why can't I just do this myself? Probably the same thing, there's a bad comedian. If you go see bad comedy, hey, we'll just sit around and make each other laugh. But the pros are the ones who bring it, and the pros are the ones who are really impressing people with everything that they do, from the MC skills to the mix skills to the programming of reading your crowd and really doing something amazing and incredible that these people haven't heard before or experienced before. So yeah, that's why people should hire a DJ, because we're the pros. And people who recognize that will hire. The trick is to get them to recognize it. And sometimes that's hard to do if there have been substandard DJs out there making poor impressions on audiences, which I guess is another video. But I thought it was good stuff. I wanted to share it with you. We'll get more videos up later this week. Practice and enjoy.